Hello, everybody. We continue our good form in the league. Can it continue today? We have two matches for you in League Two. Sandwiched between those, a game that we're going to do offline in the EFL Papa John's Trophy against Manchester City under 23s. Never heard of them. Hello and welcome to episode 41 of From the Bottom to the Top. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two games for you as promised. First of all, against Cheltenham Town in League 2. Then we'll play a game offline against Manchester City under 23s in the Papa John's Trophy thingy. And then we'll come back for Bristol Rovers, an away match against Bristol Rovers at the Memorial Stadium in Bristol. Against the Gasheads, and see if we can beat them also in League 2, I should hasten to add. Since you were last with us, Milton Keynes and Crawley Town, 2-1 win and a 3-1 win. We have beaten Walsall by 2-1, 2 goals from Conor McBride, 34 and 61, sandwiched between those, an equaliser from Jordan Hackett. And I have to say, having played the 4-3-1-2 that we've been playing, we did swap the tactic around slightly, which got us that win, because they did match us up, as you will see. The one thing they did, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong way around, aren't I? Looking at this team, but as you'll see, they did actually match us up for that game. But nonetheless, a good win. As you'll see, we probably didn't perform quite so well in that. Walsall 23 shots, 12 on target, hitting the 50%. We only had 16 shots, 6 on target, but came out winners. We'll take that, even though we didn't play particularly well. And then we went to Accrington. We were at home to Accrington Stanley. 2 goals from Conor McBride again, and a goal from Will Russ, winning this one by 3-0. This time we were on top, 21 shots. 9 of which were on target, not hitting the 50%. And Accrington Stanley, 11 shots, of which 4 were on target. But all in all, we didn't do too badly. One thing that has happened, Joe Fryer, who, as you will notice, 7.3 in that game. And if I go back to the Walsall game, he had a 7.5, so he's been doing his really good form as Joe Fryer at the minute. His average is 7.15. We can see form on here, can't we? Here we go. As you'll see, he's 7.3, 7.8, 7.2, 7.5, 7.3. Had a little bit of a wobble of form there. And I think he missed out on a game or two. But the long and short of it is, he's been doing very well. He has picked up an injury, which is bad news. Does it tell us on here? Medical report. Here we go. Yeah, a pulled hamstring. Previous to this, about a year ago, had a damaged shoulder, but he's out. He's going to be out for about 2 weeks. Well, in fact, he had a pulled hamstring back in October. In fact, that's it now. I think the 1st of October. Been out for 4 days so far. Expected to be out for around about 2 weeks with that pulled hamstring. But having said all of that, in other news, Smith has been complaining that he's been not been getting any game time. So here is his opportunity. He did say that if he got the opportunity, he needs to step up. We'll see whether he does today. I think that is about news on the foot at the moment. I think it's probably time. Let's have a quick look. Previous meetings. We haven't had any previous with Cheltenham Town. So let's go through and have a look at the team that will face them. Well, you come back to the news that the match has been postponed due to a waterlogged pitch at the Envirovent Stadium. Fixture has been rearranged for Tuesday, the 19th of December, 2024. Oh, that's not good, is it? Ah, dear. So it's moved down here somewhere. There we go. 19th, Cheltenham. There we go. So out of the way, which means that we're going to have an EFL Trophy Northern Section, a game against Manchester City under-23s as our first game up of the episode. And then we will play Bristol Rovers as previously described. So, in a change to our scheduled match, this is the team that will face Manchester City under-23s in the Papa John's Trophy group. Not quite sure which group we're in, but we'll have a look afterwards how this affects. Smith in goal, Robinson, Jones, Nelson and Doherty in defence. Willock, Harlock and Brunt in midfield. Dixon in front of them. McBride and a Russ up front. Russ we're going to change to a support role. Adams, Fernandez, Shepherd, Holmes, Lumbixa, Nolan and Cannon on the bench. As I said, Fryer is out because he's picked up an injury undergoing treatment for a pulled hamstring. Be out for 4 to 9 days. So should be back for the Bristol, not back for the Bristol Rovers game, but should be back a little bit after that. But as I say, Smith had been complaining, Jackson Smith had been complaining, not getting any game time. Did say to him, wait your turn. You may get an opportunity. Not expecting Fryer to get injured, but as Fryer is injured, he's got to step in and make his mark. And the waterlogged pitch for the Cheltenham game has obviously got back to fitness, which is a bit of a shame. Moving it around nicely back. Nelson with the ball, and he's been tackled by Braith. Manchester City under-23s, they're not going to let us linger us on the ball, and Jones hacks him down. I don't think it's a penalty. It has given a penalty, and I'm sure that was outside, but picked up a yellow card for that as well, and Smith can't save it from Stanovic. We go a goal behind after 6 minutes. Almost drilled that down the middle. Smith should have been able to save that. And that all came from being picked off. We lost our first game in this group against Shrewsbury. Not expected to get out of the group. And on this showing so far, it's highly unlikely. Josh Dixon has taken a knock, apparently. Right. Let's have a quick look. And I don't think it's worth risking him. And we'll bring Jack Nolan on for him. Free kick to Manchester City. And well tackled there by Nolan. That's over the top by Braith again. And Braith. And Manchester City get a second. Very quick turnover of ball and a very simple ball over the top and caught us out, and Smith not up to it. He was just onside by the looks of it. Half time comes, and I would say we're not even in it. 6 shots, 2 on target. 60% of the possession. So we are. They've had 3 shots, 2 on target, of which they've put both of them away. Back for the the second half. No changes at half time. We do have a free kick and we get one back here. It's McBride who's on form at the minute, and it's gone wide. Hopeful then for a moment we might have got one back in, got a bit of a sniff hold back in it. Not to be. Smith to Nelson. Nelson out wide to Doherty. Brunt can't afford to hold the ball up. He's going to get... Just need to get rid of the ball quickly. Once they've got it, move it around quickly, and they're not. They're stifling on it. I think we probably need to switch tactics. Bit late now, though. Braff gets in and gets his second, and Manchester City's third. Right, we are going to change to this formation. Let's have a look at the tactics, just see what we've ended up with. Harlock out on the right, then Nolan. Can Harlock play in that middle slot? He can't. Right, what I might do is Nolan can play left or right. What I might do is do this, which we've done elsewhere. Let's play deep line forward. Do this formation and see how we get on. We got two supports on the one side. I might swap them over, make him an attacking forward. I'll make him a pressing forward on attack. McBride, deep line forward on support. So that we've not got the support players, two support players on one side of the pitch. Just see if that makes a difference. Have a corner now, Robinson. And it's headed in and didn't quite get there, unfortunately. As we head into 70 minutes, times for changes, I think. Will Russ not really having a great time. Brad Holmes can come on for him. Matty Willock in midfield. We're going to take him off and bring on Lembiksa. Help thinking it's a little bit too late, too little too late. That one cut out by Jones. Nelson. Doherty. Doherty through to McBride. McBride picks the ball up. Finds Brunt. Brunt! His goalkeeper saves it on the line. Nolan. And he's been failed by Bandera. We're going to get a free kick here. And nothing came of it. Obviously, headed down, Stanovic. Manchester City under 23s causing us all sorts of trouble. Dixon, head for a shot from distance. Good save by Smith. Stevanovic. Headed away by Jones. McBride now on the counter. He's got player outside him. Nolan. Nolan crosses it for Harlock. Harlock back to Nelson. And that's obviously come to nothing either. He's had Holmes out on his right. Nothing happening here at all. Just been nice to get one goal back. We've used up our 3 subs, I've realised, because obviously we made that change, didn't we, at early on because of the injury to Josh Dixon. And going to be a 3-0 loss in the Papa John's Trophy. No pizza for anybody tonight, I don't think. 13 shots, 5 on target, 0.67, 57% possession against their 9 and 5 at 1.70. They were just very, very clinical. Well, you come back and a quick roundup, because our game was postponed against Cheltenham, all the other sides have played. We do remain top of the table by virtue of goal difference over Colchester, who are second on with plus 8. We have plus 10, 19 points. Crawley Town now up into third with 18. Bradford 17. Leyton Orient 16. Solihull Moors 15. And today's other opponents who will play in the next round of games, Bristol Rovers on 14. How did they fare in this round of games? Bristol Rovers lost to Leyton Orient by a goal to 0. So that's how that one's panned out. So they are the results. Any key ones there? Colchester obviously winning 3-1 at Wrexham to get themselves tucked in behind us. So it's that game in hand that will come up a little bit down the line, I suspect, when we play Cheltenham. So really does mean a bit more significance now, that game against Cheltenham, and the fact that we need to win it when we get there. Right, having lost in the EFL Trophy Northern section, we are out of that, because even if we could force a win against Rochdale, which I hope we can, we can't get more than 5 points now. So qualified Shrewsbury and Manchester City under 23s. That's all sorted on that one. What's a bit worrying is, though, having said that, is we should beat Rochdale, but Rochdale are League One for starters, and also took Manchester City under 23s to penalties, and we've lost to them. So all things being equal, I think it probably stacks against us. Right, Bristol Rovers then next up. We haven't played them before, no history. So let's go and have a look at the team that will face Bristol Rovers. And the side to face Bristol Rovers is Smith in goal, Robinson, Jones, Nelson and Lembigsa. Our defensive line, Willock, Kadji and Brunt in midfield. Dixon in front of them, McBride and Russ up front. Adams, Fernandez, Shepherd, Holmes, Harlock, Nolan and Cannon all on the bench. And we're underway here at the Memorial Stadium in Bristol. Bristol City's arch rivals, of course, Bristol Rovers, the Gasheads. Robinson with a throw in to McBride. Back to Robinson. Robinson crosses it in deep, but it's headed clear. Brunt picks it up. Lembigsa is on a bit of an overlap, but he's going to get tackled, but he's still got the ball. And well done to Lembigsa. Kadji goes out wide to Lembigsa. Back to Brunt. Brunt. Kadji. Lembigsa. Try that again. Lembigsa. Kadji. Kadji back heels it to Brunt. Brunt to Lembigsa. Kadji. Lembigsa. Can't find a way through. Brunt. Dixon. Through to McBride. McBride, who's on form, but it's Will Russ getting his 8th goal of the season. That puts us 1 up after 12 minutes. Very patient build-up, that, I have to say. Well worked. Just holding it up, looking for the hole. McBride, and it was Russ that fired the shot away. Defender was there, but not defending particularly well, obviously. We have a free kick just inside our half. Nelson and Jones interacting together. Dixon, Russ, McBride. McBride goes Dixon. He was on the run and couldn't get his shot on target, which was a bit of a shame. Gone past the half-hour mark. And been behind a great chunk of the game. They're playing a 3. Not quite sure what their formation is. They have a defensive midfield player as well. And not a bad first half. We had 7 shots, but only the 1 on target. We need to get more on target. They've had 11 shots, 7 on target. And we've had 64% of the possession, which I think is probably it. Lots of shots, but not getting them away on target. So we need to be hitting the target in the second half. Maybe we can convert a couple more of those into genuine goals. Come back for the second half. No changes made at half time. So we continue as we were. Robinson with a throw in deep in our half to McBride. Willock. Russ out to Robinson on the overlap. Robinson crosses the ball in, and it's Dixon, not Nixon, who gets the headed goal. He was in the right place, the right time, and it's his first goal of the season. And we go 2 up against Bristol Rovers after 57 minutes. Robinson here, lovely ball across, and all Dixon had to do was head it onto target. Unmarked and perfect headed goal that. McBride out wide to Robinson. Robinson crosses it for Russ. Russ has Lembeeksa on the overlap. Lembeeksa cuts back. Brunt. Kaji. Dixon. McBride. It's gone over the top, and thought the goalkeeper had saved it, but clearly not. Climb back into this game. Nelson with a free kick from inside our half. Headed out wide to Bristol Rovers player, Sayer. And that's going to be okay for Smith. Nelson, Brunt, Dixon, Kaji, Dixon. Back to Brunt, looks for Dixon, Kaji, Brunt, Russ, Kaji. The one thing we have done at half time is change Dixon to an enganche, just to see what that does. Enhances his role, perhaps. Certainly got him a goal. And who's that giving that a ball away? Nelson. Wouldn't have expected of Nelson, but he's given the ball away, and they're in. And fired over the top. Smith being big and firm. Collins coming on the run. Nelson giving the ball away. And luckily for us, couldn't put it on target. As we head down to our normal substitution time. Josh Dixon having a good second half there. Right. It's a question of who we're going to take off here, because everybody is playing reasonably well. Just to make life difficult today. Reluctant to take anybody off. Lynn Kaji we could take off for Jared Harlock. Deep lying playmaker role. Or do we? Do we leave Kaji in there? Probably Brunt is the most tired, so we could bring Harlock on for him in that Mazzala role. We'll do that, I think. Done a tweak to the 2 up front as well while we were there. Changed their role slightly. Bristol Rovers. We did get back level with Bristol Rovers, but they've got back in on it. Robinson. Ball forward and didn't get through this time. It's headed down. And Bristol Rovers look like they might get one back here at some point. Finch, he's fired it over the top again. And it's probably a good job we've got that 2-goal lead. If it had been 1 goal, we'd have been really getting ourselves a bit concerned right now. But so far, so good. Right, Nico apparently is tired. Nico Jones or Ronnie Nelson, one of the two. Nico Jones probably isn't the best performing. Fernandez can come on for him. He's all fired up, ready to go. And we are good. As we get into injury time. And it looks like it's a 2-0 win. It is a 2-0 win. That's a good result. Jackson Smith an 8. Not quite man of the match because Luton Robinson outdid him. But that is a pretty, look at the stats there. That's a pretty comprehensive green all the way down through there. We played really, really well in that match. And 2 goals. Will Russ on 12. Josh Dixon, a headed goal after a 57 gets us the result. 14 shots, only 4 on target, 1.15 against Bristol Rovers. 20 shots, 9 on target, 1.42. How many times has that been done to us? I think where we won it was with the possession. How does that leave us in the table then? Bearing in mind, we've still got 1 game in hand. And as you'll see, we are top again, 3 points clear with a game in hand. So Colchester have lost, which is interesting news. Accrington Stanley beating them 2-1. And Bradford City down in 3rd on 18 points. All these teams have played 10 games. Leyton Orient have a game in hand. And if they were to win that, they would be on 19 points as well. But we still have that game in hand, which means if we can win the game in hand, we would be 6 points clear at the top of the table, which, to be honest, would never have expected, especially after 10 games. So we are doing the unthinkable in this division. But it looks like that anybody can beat anybody on the day, which is a bit of nobody's really being consistent, which I think is the sign that if we can keep consistency on our side, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Right. We've got a week before we get to the... In fact, we've got Colchester coming up, and we beat Colchester in the next match. Not only will we be... That's a 6-pointer. It's a shame we won't see it on camera. Not only will we be 6 points in front of them, we will still have that game in hand, technically. So it's looking rather promising. It's almost a shame that we're not coming back for the Colchester game. I'm tempted to bring you back very, very quickly for Colchester and Solihull Moors. No, Solihull Moors isn't pretty, but that Colchester game is I've decided we're going to come back for the Colchester game. This is going to shoot me in the foot now, isn't it? Oh, well, we'll go with it. We're going to come back for Colchester game and Solihull Moors in the next episode. I think we were going to come down here somewhere, but we'll do that, and then we'll have a run down on Grimsby Town and first round of the FA Cup at the beginning of November. I think that'll be the way that we'll do it. But I think we should come back for the Colchester game because it is top of the table stuff, and with that game in hand, if we can beat them, as I say, we would be 6 points and a game in hand. So it's going. That's subject to Leyton Orient doing the unthinkable, of course, and winning their game in hand. When are they playing? Not before we play that. So that's not going to sort of duff up my idea. Right, that's decided. Then we're going to come back in quick proximity for in a week's time. In fact, for Colchester and Solihull Moors to follow that and see how we do. So nothing in between. That's how the episode is going to pan out. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of this and our other 2 series, Making Tottenham Hotspurs Again and To Be a Legend. new series of FM23 as and when they announce when it's going to be released. Nothing as yet. Today, when I'm recording this, is roughly at the start of September, about the 7th of September. So, to be fair, nothing has been announced or mentioned as yet. New episodes are from the bottom to the top, currently released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel and more, you need to follow me at Twitter, at JustOffside2 is where you need to be. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 42. It's out on Thursday. Until then, a very goodbye.